The night was eerily quiet in the small town of Willow Creek when the first call came in. My son hasn't come home. At first, it seemed like a single case of a late student, but within 48 hours, 7 children from the same school had mysteriously vanished. Panic gripped the town. Parents wept, classrooms were silent, and the entire community seemed frozen in fear. Police combed the woods, the riverbanks, the abandoned mills, but found nothing. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was it foul play, an accident, or something more sinister lurking in the shadows? Among the search teams was Officer Daniels, a veteran who had seen many cases but never one this chilling. By his side was Rex, his trusted 9, a German shepherd with a nose as sharp as his loyalty was deep. Daniels often said, "When humans fail, Rex doesn't." The breakthrough 3 days into the search, hope was running thin. Volunteers were exhausted, officers were stretched thin, and parents were losing faith. Then, during a desperate patrol near the edge of the forest, Rex suddenly froze. His ears perked up, and he began pulling against his leash, barking ferociously at what looked like nothing but a patch of thick undergrowth. Daniels, knowing better than to ignore him, followed Rex deeper into the wood. The dog sniffed the ground, darted left, then right, as if tracing invisible footsteps no human eye could detect. Finally, Rex stopped at an old half-collapsed mine shaft long abandoned and hidden beneath weeds. The officers hesitated. Was it even safe to go down there? The structure looked unstable, and every step echoed like a warning. Yet inside that shaft, they found signs, scraps of clothing, a child's backpack, and fresh footprints. A surge of fear and hope mixed in Daniel's chest. Could the children really be alive down here? But the challenges were immense. The tunnels were dangerous, oxygen levels low, and collapses possible at any moment. Going down meant risking lives, both rescuers and the missing children's. Parents, waiting at the police line, sobbed as they learned where the trail had led. It was every parent's nightmare to know your children were close, but trapped somewhere dark and unreachable. The race against time, the rescue operation began immediately. Engineers stabilized the mine shaft. Ropes were lowered, and Rex was the first to lead the way. His keen sense of smell guided the team through the maze-like tunnels where human senses failed. Then, deep in the darkness, Rex stopped again and barked. The sound of faint cries echoed back. It was them, the missing students, weak, frightened, but alive. They had wandered in days earlier, curious about the abandoned mine, and when a section collapsed, they were trapped with no way out. The rescue, one by one, rescuers pulled the children up through the shaft. Some were too weak to walk. Others clung tightly to their rescuers, sobbing in relief. Parents screamed their names from above, tears streaming down their faces as they embraced their children. But the final challenge came when a second collapse threatened to seal the tunnel for good. Dust and rock rained down as Rex barked urgently, guiding Daniels and the last child out just moments before the passage caved in completely. The aftermath, the town of Willow Creek would never forget that night. What began as despair turned into a miracle of survival. The 7 children were safe, thanks to a dog who refused to give up when humans nearly did. At a small ceremony days later, the families gathered to thank the rescue team, but most of all, they surrounded Rex, hugging him, patting his head, and whispering tearful thank yous. For the children, Rex wasn't just a dog. He was their guardian angel in the darkness. Closing message, the story of the 7 missing students reminds us of 2 powerful truths. Hope must never be abandoned, even in the darkest tunnels of life. And sometimes the purest form of love and loyalty comes from those who cannot speak, yet always understand. Like a 9 who followed his instincts when the world was ready to give up. Because of Rex, 7 young lives were given a second chance.